I'm here on Thanksgiving evening in my offices, not because I want to, but because I have to be here, sending you this emergency message via Facebook. I've studied history, and I've studied modern United States history. I've also studied modern world history, as I know you have. And any time a trailblazer like yourself surrounds themselves with former enemies, those former enemies try to politically sabotage them, they leak information, and in many cases they try to kill them. Sir, you were against the Iraq War and went on 6 different TV shows on the eve of it when it was unpopular to be against the war and said you were against it because you didn't want to hurt innocent civilians. And I respect you so much because of that. I know 25 years ago you published full-page ads for millions of dollars at your own expense across the country against NAFTA and GATT. I know you fundamentally care about this country, and you've done things that have not been done before in modern history. So I salute you. And just as I said they were going to try to steal the election from you, and they did, you stood up and spoke out against it. They were unable to steal the nomination from you, as they did Bernie Sanders. So I know you listen, and I know you're informed. But Mitt Romney called you a con artist and a criminal. And you could be magnanimous and bring him in, and maybe if he goes and apologizes publicly and says he was wrong, maybe he is a good pick for Secretary of State. But you add Bolton, and you add all these other people like Priebus around you, you're going to end up like Ronald Reagan in 1981, when a friend of the Bushes, who just got let out of prison, out of the mental institution this year, put a bullet in him. Sir, the elites that have hijacked this country don't want a real president that stands for this nation. And if you bring in a bunch of traitors into your midst, these are men that think they're better than you. They're going to end up stabbing you in the back. Now, the word is, and I understand the government's hard to run, you're bringing folks in that know how to run the government, and you're going to be the president, and they're going to follow your orders, or they're going to be out of there. And with them come the government operatives that know how to get the job done. So you can remove those captains and put good people in. I'm not questioning that. I'm sure you're probably right about it. And you've put good people in like Stephen Bannon. And I happen to know, I haven't talked to Bannon, but I've talked to others, that Bannon and Conway and others are telling you don't put Romney in. All I'm telling you is be damn careful, because putting this group of weasels in around you is incredibly dangerous. These are the heads of the Never Trump movement. And I get the justice of having them then serve this republic and serve the restoration of our country. And if you put them in and they end up following your will and the Constitution, the people's will, and you use the trifecta of the legislation and of the executive and of the judicial that you have, if you use those 3 branches of legislative and executive and of course, judicial, and get things done, then I will say, my God, what a trailblazer. He broke the mold on that too, just like you did on campaign financing, just like you did on breaking with mainstream media, just like you did with breaking on the mainline political analysts and pundits. You broke with the pack, and you changed history. They're now rewriting the future battle plans according to what we've done together. But it's the American people and the people of the world that have Russia pulling out of the New World Order and the UK pulling out of the EU and what's happening across the planet now. And that's a big wave we're all riding on. I intend to stay on this wave or die trying, because I'm so committed to empowering humanity and not being a silver-tongued parasite who just does whatever he thinks is expedient for himself, Mitt Romney. Because if we have nuclear war with Russia, there won't be anywhere for Mitt Romney to spend his billions that are offshore. These guys are never going to back off on you. My gut tells me that, and my gut's never wrong. Now, maybe you've got the juice, the gravitas, and something I haven't discovered yet that can defeat them. But letting these pieces of filth close to you is tempting fate. And I know you're very fatalistic in your commitment. Why be fatalistic just for more money and power? I know you're not doing it for that. You're doing it to make America great again, to change the course of history, and to be, if you deliver, one of the greatest people in human history, only beneath Jesus Christ and maybe Alexander the Great. I mean, and of course, they were in their times. But if you're like every other globalist that pisses on the people's will and destiny, I don't know what to say. Donald Trump, we love you. We believe in you. And you've got our trust till you get in and we see what you do. Because you're a manager, we sent you there, we'll see what happens. But your life is in danger when you surround yourself with this trash. You put them in there, they will try to kill you, they will try to undermine you, they will leak on you, they will come after you. I've always heard Donald Trump's a man who's loyal. You've certainly proven that. I always heard you were vindictive. That's not a good thing, but it's not vindictive to not bring people into your house. Would you invite Mitt Romney to Thanksgiving at your house? When he publicly tried to bring you down and was one of the main people doing it? And that snake, that fake Texan from Canada, Ted Cruz. I'm so proud you got the South to vote for you. I'm so proud this whole North-South BS wedge that the establishment drove has been broken. Now I just hope we can continue on and save this country and save the world. You were against the Iraq war because you're against fraud and you're against attacking innocent people, just like you were against attacking Syria when they weren't our enemies. You're doing the right thing, and that's why you have the Communist Chinese and the Pope and every other criminal group attacking you. Donald Trump, I'm just here giving you friendly advice because I know you're surrounded by a bunch of beautiful people that are telling you how much they love you. Let me tell you what they really want to do. They want to mount your head on the wall. They want to piss on you and your family because they think they're better than you. Well, this election showed them they're not better than you or us. I'm Alex Jones with Infowars.com with an emergency warning. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say, see, I told you so, that communist Chinese-style net censorship was coming to the web, because it's already here. It's being announced. The way you keep the internet open and free is you get involved more than ever. Go to Infowars.com/app. A new battleship in the fight. Infowars Live, available right now. We're looking for a crew to man it. You going to sit down and play games and be a trendy? Or are you going to be part of history? Don't sit by and let the internet and free speech be stolen from you. Take action.